What's up, gang? Buddy, we're still in a political mess, ain't we? But there's something else going on too we need to pay attention to. We're going to get into that in just a minute. But let's see who's in the house right off the bat. First one in, Tammy Joe. All right, my girl. Glenn Anderson, hang on. You're going to be part of that contest. You and David T4. Hang on. All righty. Who else we got down here? Lynn Stalker's with us. And come on. I know I got some more. Let me get on down here. Buzz Runner's in the house. There he is. Rebecca's Happy Homestead. Go over and check her channel out. Pop a link in there to your channel, Rebecca, so they can just tap on it and rock and roll. All right. Let's get that going for you. Texas Raiders in the house. He wants to say hello to everybody. That's the way to do it right there. All right. Debbie Jones is with us. And Rob, I'm sure. So let's go on down here. Thank you guys for being here. Short-lived Saints in the house. There we go. J1's back. Yeah. Good to have you on board, buddy. There you go, right there. That's what it's all about right there, y'all. Get ready to rock and roll, because when I get going on this political topic I'm going to talk about, I'm pissed off, so you know I'm going to vent. All right. Iowa's with us, Kathy C. Hope you got that email I sent you today. That Faro rod that I recommended is the one that I carry. I have one in my bug out bag. I have one in my get home bag. They got that little striker that comes with it. It works, but I mean, if you just get you a good knife, I use the back of my knife blade. When I use my Faro rod, I just turn my knife blade over and use the back of my knife blade to strike. You get a lot more spark that way. Philip Dixon's with us. Wants to say hello to everybody. There's David right there. Yes, sir. My man Edith Wallace is with us. I'm sure Jeffrey's on board. Right there. Husky Mama made it. All right. Did you guys try that stove out yet? That rocket stove out yet? You need to get your fire going in there. Do that. Send me a picture. We'll make you famous right here. Metal's with us. There you go. That's my buddy right there. The man with the plan. Hill Bill's in the house. Rose is back. Thank you, Rose, for coming back. Haven't seen you in a couple of weeks. Wanda Landry. Maybe I just missed you. That's probably what happened. Wanda Landry's with us. Fourth and goal. Yeah, we got a good bunch in here. There's Rural. There's the man right there, y'all. Go over and check him out. Pop that link in there, Rural, so people can just click on it and go right to your channel. Pop it in there. Who else we got down here? Is there anybody else?
Is Renee Southern new? I see a name there that's not got a wrench.
Renee Southern. There's a new one. Thank you for coming on board. I appreciate it. Looks like you're the only one that ain't got a wrench. Now, let me tell you how to get one. Come back for 2 more weeks. On your 3rd week, you get a wrench. I depend on these people here watching to help monitor what's going on this channel. And if somebody gets out of hand, I guarantee you one of these people are going to kick you out of here. But come on back. Be a part of the family. Let me get you a wrench. So before we get going into anything, I see that David T. and Glenn Anderson are both here. You guys picked the right date on the Joe Biden contest we had going. Here's the list. There, I got you in the square blocks there with the right date, and everybody can see that. So right here they are. I wrote them down as you guys sent them in, but on the back of this pad. Now, you guys only let Glenn and David answer this question before we get going anymore, okay? On the back of this pad, there's a number between 1 and 10. Glenn, you were the first one in with the right date, so you get the first pick. Pick a number between 1 and 10 and type it in right there. Let's see what we got. Come on, Glenn, give me a number between 1 and 10.
Keep talking, I'll watch.
Yeah. Patriot Ordnance joined us. Appreciate it, buddy.
6.
6. He picked 6. Okay. All right. Now, David, you pop a number in there between 1 and 10. The one closest to this number I have written down right back here is going to win. You two were the ones that were left. So, David, give me a number between 1 and 10. All right. I'm going to tell you what, folks, the way that thing shook out with Joe Biden, I cannot believe it. I can't believe what's happening here. Come on, David, give me a number, buddy.
Here we go, 5.
Got 5. There we go. He picked 5. Glenn picked 6. Let's see what the number is.
Dun, dun, dun. 7.
It's 7. So Glenn wins the contest. All right. You know what you got to do, Glenn? You got to shoot me an email with your mailing address. I'm going to send you a $25 Amazon gift card. Hopefully you'll use it for something prepper related. But if you just want to blow it, blow it. I know some good books on there you should probably buy with it. If you want to know what those are, let me know in your email and I'll recommend some for you.
I'm sure you will.
I know a guy that writes some really nice books that you would probably might like. But thank you guys for being part of it. Appreciate it. Thank goodness, he's out of there. But what they did with that, we're going to get into that in just a few minutes. That one's really pissing me off. But all right, let me get on with what I got scheduled here, and then we can get out of the way. First one is I can't do what I wanted to do tonight. Whoop, wrong picture. I wanted to show you those firearms that I was going to recommend for you. But you can see right here, their new firearm policy here on YouTube is just fascist, communist, about as bad as it can be.
Oh, wow. Not even holding, handling.
I can't even hold a firearm and show it to you on this live stream, or they'll shut it off.
Dang.
Now, you guys know that they've already restricted every video I did before this that had the firearm. Well, they weren't even firearms, the air guns on the wall behind me. That's why you see in this background now, pretty much every week, there'll be a green screen background. But the ones that had the 2 air rifles, that's on that wall right over there.
It looks like you could show a picture of one. It said holding one, shoot, or.
Oh, yeah, I could show pictures.
Show
but
pictures, right?
What the hell?
I'm just saying, you could show pictures.
The ones with those air rifles on, they're all restricted now. I don't get paid for those.
Wow.
And there's a bunch of them. I mean, there's a bunch of them out there. That's just them being fascist. What we got here, you should read the new California red flag law. If they flag you, it doesn't matter what state you live in. Yeah, okay. Let somebody from California come try to get my gun. They will never go home. Let me put it that way. But yeah, this thing with this fascist movement with YouTube and Google trying to do away with firearms altogether is just ridiculous. I mean, look at somebody like, oh shoot, what's that guy's name in Tennessee? I can't remember his name. His whole channel is nothing but firearms. And that's been that way for years. He's probably made YouTube hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. Hickok 45, that's his name.
That's the guy that goes down through the woods and shoots and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a cool show.
He's probably made YouTube millions of dollars with those firearms videos. But yeah, that's right. It's Hickok 45.
Yeah.
But now, they're not going to show him anymore. If they do, he's not getting paid for them. I think that's the big thing right there. They just don't want to pay people for the content they're making. I think that's it. But, it's just ridiculous how they're getting with this thing. But let me move on past that. I'm about to get off on a rant on that, and I shouldn't. All right, Farmer made it. All right. Yep, he's number 15. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Hit that like button, folks. And if you enjoy this program, share it with your friends. I mean, let them know. Come on over and subscribe and take part and be a part of our community, because my subscriptions are flat. They haven't moved in weeks. And I posted videos that has hundreds of views. The live streams have about 130, 140 views, but I got nothing. I mean, thank goodness I didn't lose any. But I didn't gain. I didn't gain any. I probably picked up 1,000 views in the last week. Got nothing. Nobody subscribed. So I'm really not thinking that's right. But that might just be me. All right. What we got here? What are they gonna do? Damn old cowboy movies. Yeah, if they do, I'll really be in trouble because every day I watch the Rifleman and Gunsmoke. That ain't going to work in this household, that's for sure. I don't think Governor Sanders or even our wonderful sheriff would enforce that California law. Thank goodness there's still some constitutionally minded politicians out there. Thanks for being here, guys.
Rebecca says Edith had a question.
Edith had a question.
Let's see, what
Find it for me, please.
what grain you need, 150 or 170 grain? What is that?
For which caliber?
I'm not sure what that means.
Put your questions in caps, guys, so we can find them
Totally
easy.
missed that one. Sorry.
That's not your fault. Yeah.
Thanks, Rebecca.
Ask that question again. Which caliber are you talking about? As to
30.
what? A 30-30?
Yeah.
All right, 30-30. I use 170. Yeah, I use 170. Yep, there we go. Buzz runner. I use 170 grain. That's the ones I like. Have a pretty good supply of them, but let me get on by that. We don't want them to tag this as a firearm video, which they might do. But let's get on to, of course, they're still talking about the Trump shooting, but something came out yesterday that I thought was just unbelievably ridiculous. The whistleblower that Josh Hawley has, that's a member of the Secret Service, who was on the scene, has informed him that the officer that was on the roof where the shooter was, he was assigned to that position. Supposedly, now this is what the whistleblower is saying, he left his position because it was too hot. He went down and got into the building because it was too hot. But it looks like somebody wants the email address. Let me pop that in there for you guys right there. All right. But can you imagine that? I cannot imagine that. You know, being on all those presidential details I was on when I was a police officer, I can't imagine a guy just saying, okay, it's too hot, I gotta go. Well, he might have. But it was Ohio. It's not like he was here in Florida or in Louisiana or
Talk to us about how hot it is.
Yeah, don't tell me how damn hot it is. When
No sympathy.
I walk out on the patio at 6:30 in the morning to have coffee, and it's 82 degrees. So you know what the middle of the day is like here. So don't tell me it was too hot for you to be there. That's ridiculous. But also in the Trump realm, this right here, I saw a couple of comments on this one the other day. Ukraine, Trump. I heard Trump make the comment that if he's elected president, that the Ukraine war is going to be over in a heartbeat. Well, rumor is that pissed off Zelensky, but now initially it did, but now it looks like Zelensky is kind of knuckling under, saying that he's ready to have a dialogue with Russia, which is probably a good thing. I mean, we know what's going to happen if Trump gets in office. Oh, that's over. He'll just tell them, stop this crap, or America's not ever going to buy anything from you again. I'm going to slap some tariffs on you that you won't be able to afford. And that's how you end wars. That's how a president ends wars. And the thing over in Israel, he's going to end that too. He said that, was that today or yesterday?
Yesterday, I think.
Yesterday. He said that one's over too. And, he don't play. We saw that in his first 4 years. He stopped all of that crap. We don't play around, don't play games. He don't need their kickback money like Joe does. He don't need it. So that's why he can afford to stop it. Hopefully he'll get in there and get that done. But that's not what we need to look out for right now, guys. What we got right here? What is this? One's the Trump rally in Grand Rapids last week. It's had a huge turnout. Yeah. I'm sure he's having massive turnouts. But what I want to know is what kind of turnouts they have for the Kamala thing. But we're going to get into that in just a minute. But the other thing we need to look out for, what's this right here?
Yeah,
Did a paint job for Active forces fella. He made it clear that they know what's going down and preparing to set up. Yeah, I'm sure the military guys knows what's happening. They're telling them what's going to happen. They're telling them what to get ready to do. They're telling them how to get ready. They're not telling them what's going to happen or where they're going to send them. They can't tell them that. And if they do, it'll get out, and then everybody will know, and we'll be sitting here talking about it and bitching and crying. That's the reason why they don't tell them that. They don't tell you where you're going when they tell you get ready.
Right.
But hey, been there and done that. But the other thing we need to watch out for is our economy right now. Not a lot of people are paying attention to it because there's so much talk about Kamala right now. Yesterday, the stock market lost hundreds of billions of dollars. It recovered today, but not much at all. Hundreds of billions, guys. That money's gone out of our economy. And for the last week, I've been watching precious metal prices. Let me share this with you right here if I can. Let me see if I can get this up for you. Here we go. Let me share that with you. You can see that the price of gold and silver, silver is actually up 1 penny today. That's the first time in about a week that silver's gone up. But gold has lost about $100 an ounce in just this week. And silver has lost probably about $4 an ounce just this week. But you can see all the red numbers there. Everything's bad.
What did you say silver was up to? Like 32 at one
point? Silver was up 32 and change. Mm-hmm. And now, everything's taken a big hit. Just like the stock market, everything's taken a massive hit lately. So what I'm going to do is recommend that you buy some silver right now. It's down to, what was it, $30 an ounce right there. You're probably going to have to pay a $2 premium. Let's see what this site has as far as the price of silver goes. All right, it's 28.05, and you can buy a silver round, 1 ounce silver round for $30. Let me pop that back up there for you.
Check your local coin shops too.
Yep.
People might be selling some.
Local coin shops usually have a bigger markup than these internet sites, especially Money Metals. They have the best prices I've seen anywhere on precious metals. That's where I buy my precious metals. But you can see right there, an ounce of silver is $30. So, they're making about $2 an ounce on their markup. So that's a good price. That's a good markup. Believe me, guys. Right now is the time to do it. Get out there and get it, because look at this. This right here. That's the U.S. Central Bank. That's the bank that controls all of the United States, all of the nations, our government's money. They've got $1 trillion in losses. Our biggest expense in this country every year is the interest that we pay on our national debt. The interest on our national debt is over, I think, $1 trillion a year. That's $1.1 trillion. That's just the interest rate. We're not paying anything at all on the actual debt. That's just paying off the interest on what we owe. How long do you think this is going to last? It's impossible for it to last. It's absolutely impossible. And that man right there, he laid it out. He told it like it is. America's going bankrupt. And the government that we have right now is doing nothing to stop it. They're just adding to the problem. They're making it worse and worse every day. Now, if you ran your personal finances the way the government runs theirs, how long do you think you would last?
Very long.
I'd say probably about maybe 2 months at most. Then there would be bill collectors calling you, all right? They'd be repossessing your car. You wouldn't have the money to buy food or pay your electric bill. Whew, got a frog in my throat. Hang on, guys.
Elon himself lost billions of dollars to Tesla
Yeah.
stock yesterday.
Yesterday,
Billion.
Elon Musk lost billions of dollars yesterday. But we're not Elon Musk. We can't do that. We can't lose that kind of money. We can't lose thousands, much less billions, and survive. This cannot go on, folks. It can't do it. It's impossible. That's why you need to buy what you can buy now and stockpile it. Why you need to pay off what you can now. You know, if you're fortunate enough to be able to pay off your mortgage, you better do it. You know, if you can pay off your car, your credit cards, whatever kind of debt you got floating out there like that, you need to do it. Because when this economy collapses and those banks are hurting, they're going to come and get what you have if they own it. They own it until you pay it off. They're going to come and get it. Okay? Your car, your house, you know, your credit cards, you don't need to worry about. They pretty much can't repossess what you got on your credit cards. All they can do is shut you down so you can't use us anymore. But there are people right now in the United States, I think the last number I heard was 40% of Americans are buying groceries on credit cards. They're financing food. It can't last. There's no way it can last, guys. But that's not the worst problem we have right now facing us. Genesis made it. Thank you, brother. Better late than never, my friend. What we got right here? As soon as countries people stop buying U.S. Treasury. Yep, that's right. As soon as they stop buying the U.S. Treasury notes, we're done. And it's going to happen real quick because they're worthless. Our nation's in debt. Our actual Treasury notes are worth nothing. The only reason countries are still buying those is to keep the United States afloat because we are the biggest customer in the world to every nation that has exports. We have to be afloat to be able to buy from them, and that's why they keep doing it. But one day they're going to say, that's enough. But that's not our biggest problem. Right now, our biggest problem is what's going on in the White House. Joe Biden is done. He's not the president anymore. In case you didn't know, that little speech he gave last night, that was the biggest dog and pony show in the history of the United States government. He's not running anything anymore. And today is a perfect example of that. You know, he had a little photo op with Netanyahu, and it probably lasted 5 minutes, 10 minutes. But when Netanyahu wanted to sit down and talk about the relations between the United States and his country, he talked to Kamala Harris. That's no big secret. Kamala's in charge. She's running the show, guys.
Just flying around in Air Force One, too.
I was about to get to that.
Sorry, stole your thunder.
Yesterday. You see the picture at the top? That's the plane they had the President of the United States on. That's it. That's usually the one the Vice President uses. Normally, that's it. The one at the bottom, that's the one that the President usually flies on, wherever he goes. And guess who was on that yesterday? Going to Milwaukee to meet with a sorority instead of meeting with, the Prime Minister of Israel. She wanted to meet with and give a speech to a sorority in Milwaukee. That's another thing right there. Anything you see from these people about how they support Israel is a damn lie. Now, there's a political topic there I would get into, but I'm not going to because I don't get into that kind of thing as far as nationalities go. Let me put it that way. But right now, Kamala's in charge. She's running the show. And they got Joe stashed off in the basement somewhere, feeding him ice cream and changing his diapers. It's that simple. And if you think other nations don't see that, then you got another thing coming because they do. Just yesterday, China and Russia pushed the boundaries over Alaska with bomber flights and fighter flights. And they were intercepted by our fighters. They're pushing the limit. They're flexing their muscle. They're just trying to pull some strings here and there and see what's going on. And actually, I don't blame them one bit. I would too if I was them. What we got right here? I see some caps. We buy nothing on credit cards, only house is financed. Good. Absolutely. That's great. You need to get that paid off as soon as you can. What we got here? Joe has been dethroned. Absolutely, he's been dethroned. He's not in charge anymore. But I mean, the process that they've taken this, they've gone through with this. Joe is the only Democrat that won any delegates in the primary process. I got the same number of delegates as Kamala. Now, why should she be the chosen one that they say, okay, you're going to be the president? Why not me? I didn't get any delegates. I didn't get any votes. She didn't either. This was planned, guys. This is the plan. And if you think that's wrong, you better go back and start, researching some things and watch what's happening from this point forward. She was chosen. She is the one they picked because she's a damn puppet. She's the biggest leftist in the federal government, even worse than they keep saying Bernie Sanders. She's even worse than Bernie Sanders with her leftist views. Or that's what they call them, the squad, that bunch of worthless people. She's far left of them, but she's the chosen one. Now, if you think they're going to let me and you decide if she's actually going to be able to run this country or not, you are absolutely wrong. They're not going to let that happen. They're not going to leave it up to the voters who's in charge of this country for the next 4 years or probably beyond. They totally circumvented the democratic process during the primaries. They keep saying, oh, Donald Trump's a threat to democracy. Well, who's the one that just totally took the democratic process of voting out of the picture? The Democrats. They actually took everybody that voted for Joe Biden, bless their heart. We know they're stupid. We know that. But they just said, okay, we don't care about your vote anymore. Go on, get out of the way. This is our person. And they picked Kamala. And they keep saying she's black. No, she's not black. She's part Indian, not like Native American Indian, like India Indian, and Jamaican. She got nothing to do with black people, Africans, nothing. See, I went off on a rant, and I didn't want to do that. But the democratic process is dead, folks. It's dead. We're watching our country fall apart. What me and other people have been telling you for years is going to happen is happening right now in front of you. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think Donald Trump's going to be the president. I've said it before. If they have to, they'll take him out. They tried to, it didn't work. But I mean, you know the old saying, try again until you succeed. Hopefully that won't be the case, but I really don't see them letting American voters decide who runs this country. They have the power. The World Economic Forum and the people that answer to them, like Obama or Bloomberg and all of those guys, that's who they answer to. They have the power right now, and they're not going to let me and you decide if they get to keep it or not. That's not going to happen. Get ready, guys. Get ready. I'm thinking about, I started to get off on a rant there, and I'm not going to do that. But get ready, because it's not going to be pretty. Once everybody sees what's coming, what's going to happen in November, what I think will happen. I might be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I pray that I'm wrong. But once everybody see how that shakes out, it could get ugly real quick. I'm talking in a blink of an eye, overnight. If you're not within 100 miles of your bug out location, you ain't going to get there. Because if it happens the way I think it's going to, this is going to happen fast. So look at what we have. Let me review. We have an economy that's fallen apart. We have a political process that's dead. And we have dictators in charge. It's right in front of you guys. It's happening right now, every day. Get ready for it. Please get ready for it. All right, that's my rant. I got to take a drink.
Take a breath. Where's Craig to tell you to breathe?
Yeah, take a breath. Yeah. But KP made it. Thank you very much. Just get ready for it, guys, because it's coming. I don't know if they're going to try the same thing they did last time with the ballot stuffing.
Here's Craig.
There he is. All right. I don't know if it'll work. I don't know if they're going to stop counting the votes at 11:30 on election night, shut down everything, and then kick it back in at 4 a.m. the next morning when all those millions and millions and millions of votes rolled in for Joe Biden the way they did. I don't know if they can get away with that again. I mean, it worked last time. They might be able to do it again this time. I guess we'll see. But it's obviously happening right now. Get ready, guys. Just get ready. That's all I can tell you. Now, that video I was going to do for you tonight, I'm going to make it and put it on Rumble. I will shoot you a link to it sometime in the future. But this weekend, I'm going to do one on the communications process that I have with my mag, my people, because that's something that you got to get together. You got to get these things together now, folks. Get your comms straight, get your protection, your defenses, get your food, get your water, get it all straight right now. Because if this goes the way I think it's going to go in November, you're going to wish you had it. And if they do stay in power and they have this fascist that they have right now that they're running as the one in charge, things are going to go bad really fast. Watch the economy, guys. Watch the politics. That's your indicators. What you got?
Short-lived when we hit in the range.
Actually, when do you want to, buddy? When's good for you? I'm retired. I can go anytime. Quantum Allure, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you being here. All right. Yeah.
What does that mean, what he said, quantum?
What do you mean?
COGDS takeover.
I'm not sure. If he wants to
sure either.
explain that, he can do that. But we know what's coming. We're seeing it. It's happening right now.
Short-lived says Sundays are good for him.
Sundays are good for you. Well, how about this Sunday, buddy? You think you can make it this Sunday? Yeah. If you can, we can do it. I got nothing going on this Sunday.
David says you're depressing him.
I'm
And he put a
depressed.
laugh at the end.
Yeah, I hate to tell you the truth.
Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Truth hurts.
Continuity in government. Oh, I ran across what I think
Thank you.
was a cog bunker one time when I was out hiking in the middle of nowhere. I mean nowhere, buddy. And all of a sudden I'm stopped by these Army Rangers. Turn around, go back. So I'm pretty sure that's what was in there, but I'll never know for sure. Sunday's good. All right, I'll be there at 1 o'clock. I'll be there at 1 o'clock, Saint. Yes, sir. I will be there. I've been wanting to take my AR out there and dial it in a little better. So if you guys want to join us, we're at the Triple N Ranch in Hollapaw, Florida. I'll be there at 1 o'clock. Saint's going to be there with us. Raven Rock. Yep, there you go. But be glad to meet and greet with you guys. I got to take some pictures with you guys. When I meet you, I'm not taking any pictures. I got to do that. If you will let me.
Yeah,
You might-
missed it with Rebecca last
Yeah,
night.
you might not want your picture taken. But 1 o'clock on Sunday, we'll be there. But watch the politics, guys. Watch the markets. Watch the money. Again, right now, buy silver if you have the money, buy. The price is at $30 an ounce. And believe me, when this thing goes bad, that silver is going to be worth, $200, $300, maybe $400 an ounce. And you'll be glad you bought it. But love you guys. Love you all. Going to get out of here. Hope you have a great weekend. Look for that communications video this weekend. I will post it. I'm going to go through the procedures that I have with my people. It's very simple and it's very inexpensive. And every one of you need to do it. Believe me, you need to do it. But, all right, Deb, come on. Join us on Sunday. I'd appreciate it. Right now, I'm going to say good night to everybody. I love you all. I'm going to ask you to do 3 things for me. Keep prepping, stay strong, and pray for the United States. That's it. That's all we need to do, guys. The Orlando Prepper is out.